Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to keep you guys updated of my latest videos and my latest uploads. So, ano bang pag-uusapan natin today? As you guys can read sa title, we're going to talk about the beginning, or how to begin doing art. If you're really interested in doing it, how are you going to start it? At kung ano yung mga materials na kailangan meron ka, the basic materials that you need to have in order for you to be able to create the specific art that you want to do. So the first thing na gusto kong i-discuss or i-share sa inyo guys is the procedure as a beginning. Beginning what? No, as a procedure as a beginner on how do you, or where do you stand, or saan ka magsisimula as an artist, or as a rising artist, or pag may kilala kayo na gustong matuto ng art pero hindi nila alam kung saan sila mag-start. I think for me, the first step is to be a part of a community or join a community. Marami kasi dyan sa social media na may mga communities, like shoutout sa mga kaguhit dyan, mga ka-artist. Mga kaguhit is a term that is used to call the people who are members of Guhit Pinas. Mga ka-artist is mga ka-artist, yes, that's the name of the group, mga ka-artist. Communities like Guhit Pinas, or samahan ng mga artist or mga ka-artist, Artist Lounge PH, yun yung mga communities na I think importante na salihan mo, because lots of members there are willing to help beginners, and even if magaling ka na, you will still have a lot to learn. Importante din na maging part ka ng isang community para malaman mo kung saan ka nagkukulang at kung ano pa yung i-improve mo, or anong pwede mong gawin para mag-improve ka other than watching videos on YouTube. Kasi minsan kasi mas comforting yun, may kausap ka or may nagbibigay talaga sa'yo ng mga tips on what you need to do. And at the same time, on my case, may mga times na tinatamad ako. My God, shoutout sa mga tamad na artists dyan. Yung ginagawa ko is tumitingin ako ng mga pictures or ng mga artworks dun sa mga communities na yon, at palaging sinasabi sa sarili ko, kailangan kong mag-improve para mas gumaling ako, or maging ka-level ko sila. Although I know naman na hindi yun mangyayari agad-agad, but it's really a huge help if you are a member of a community. The next thing na kailangan mo is kailangan alamin mo kung ano yung mga basic na materials na kailangan mo aside sa pencil and paper. Like for example, mga types of erasers, kasi may mga different types of erasers such as kneaded and yung mga dust-free, mga electric eraser. Yun, pero hindi naman lahat ng yun necessary na meron ka. Sometimes it's just it's easier if you are aware of the other materials that you can use to improve your art. However po, meron talaga mga materials na must have or mga kailangan mo para mag-improve. Like kahit pa unti-unti, at least may progress kang makikita. And I have 10 of those must have items for beginners. First thing is sketchbook. So sketchbook. Sa sketchbook, it doesn't really need to be an expensive type, like kahit yung mga nabibili mo lang sa mga bookstores, kahit hindi sa National Bookstore, may mga sketchbook na talagang maganda yung quality kahit na walang brand. Let me show you one po. this sketchbook, ganito siya kakapal. But I only got this for 200 pesos po. 250 pesos sa Gmall, Davao. Yes po, Davaoan niyo po ako. Nabili ko yan sa Gmall. And yung hindi naman siya ganun kakapal, but hindi din siya ganun kanipis. So it's enough lang. Pero hindi siya pwede for watercolor art. But it's enough for like acrylic paper painting or graphite portraits and character making, character designing, yung mga ganun na type ng art. Having a sketchbook is really efficient kasi makikita mo or makikita mo kung gaano ka nag-improve day by day or monthly or yearly depending on how many times you draw on the sketchpad or the sketchbook. It's really an important thing to have kasi it's a way of seeing your track or makikita mo kung ano yung mali mo sa past, pwede mong i-correct sa next mo na art. So, ang susunod naman po ay ang pencils. Yes, pencils po. There are different types of pencils na gagamitin mo. And the number one pencil that is recommended for beginners are graphite pencils po. Graphite pencils po ay yung mga ginagamit for graphite portraits, but they are used in different types. So, the first thing that you need to know about the graphite pencil that you're going to buy is kung ang brand at quality nito ay very trusted. Like, example, Staedtler or Korin or Mitsubishi, yun yung mga typical brand ng graphite pencil na ginagamit. However, in my case po, I use Royal and Lang Nickel kasi binigyan po ako ng set ng father ko and maganda talaga yung quality niya. Although it's really expensive. So, hindi ko yun i-recommend na bilhin nyo sa beginner. So, pwede kang bumili ng Staedtler, ng Korin, or ng Mitsubishi, which is 30 pesos by piece po. Ganun po talaga kasi iba po yung normal na lapis po, like Mongol po, sa ginagamit talaga for drawing. Difference po with the labels on the graphite pencil. So, if you see this my God, ayaw mag-focus. My God! Sira ulo tong camera ko, ayaw mag-focus. Anyways, sasabihin ko na lang, since ayaw mag-focus, sira ulo to. May ano po dito, sa top po ng pencil, may nakalagay po dyan na number, tsaka letter. So, there are two different letters, which is B and H. Pag B po, pag B yung katabi nung nung letter, ay nung number, pag B yung number ay B yun. Paano akong tanga dito? Sorry po. Pag B yung katabi nung number is, ang meaning niyan is it's dark. Like the higher the number is, the darker the shade of the pencil is. And basta katabi yung B. Pag yung H naman po yung katabi nung number, the lighter it is. So the higher the number na katabi ng letter H, the lighter the shade of the pencil is. So, ang next naman po is kneaded erasers. So, kneaded erasers, when you first buy them, is it's either naka-box po sila or naka-seal ng isang cellophane po. Usually, ganito po sila kaliit. Then, ang purpose po nila is you can turn them into different shapes. Para po kasi silang clay. Yes, para silang clay na kung saan pwede mo silang i-change into different shapes or different like pwede mo silang gawin matulis para naman, for example, gagawa ka ng highlight or mag-e-erase ka ng areas na napakaliit lang yung i-erasin mo, tapos hindi kaya nung normal na eraser mo, pwede mo gamitin. Ito po yung itsura nung needed po, na needed ko po. This is a Faber-Castell needed eraser po. Pwede mo po silang gantuhin. And if you need it to erase really small areas po, or really tiny areas, then you can turn this like yan. Then pwede mo siyang gamitin pag erase. Ang advantage po din nito is hindi nila masisira yung canvas mo or yung paper na ginagamit mo, kasi po soft po talaga sila. Hindi mo na kailangang idiin, like hindi mo kailangang i-force ito sa paper. You just need to keep your hand light po. That's one of the techniques po in making a portrait or in drawing something, kasi keep your hand as light as possible. Kasi kung papabigatin mo yung kamay mo, mabigat din yung puwersa mo sa drawing mo. So, pwede parang gumagawa ka na ng dark art mo, kasi parang binubuhos mo na yung buong buhay mo dun sa drawing, which is not really effective, lalo na pag gusto mong marunong gumawa ng realism or ng hyperrealism. Kailangan the softer your hand stroke is, the better it is on the outcome of the drawing po. Next material po na recommended po na magkaroon ng mga beginner is art pencil sharpener po. Yung art pencil sharpener po na ginagamit ko is ito po. Ang cute. Anyways po, I use this po kasi very maganda talaga yung outcome ng pencil, like smooth, at the same time po yung mga lumalabas po dito, kasi sa loob po nito parang yung pencil, yung graphite pencil dito, nagiging powder siya sa loob. So I just remove the wood and then I use them for powder na. So I don't have to buy a graphite powder or charcoal powder to make something. So yan, ganyan po. Tatanggalin ko lang po yung bali parang brown po, kasi yan po yung wood nung pencil po. So ang ginagawa ko is tinatanggal ko yan, sineseparate ko, then I use the powder po for my graphite portraits. Next thing naman po na kailangan meron tayo is ruler. Of course, alam naman nating lahat kung ano yung ruler, right? There are different types of ruler, but you can just have basic ruler po yung ginagamit lang po sa school, kasi they are efficient on making grid lines. Kung gusto mo matuto ng grid, ng paano mag-portrait gamit yung grid, or for example, gagawa ka ng square type portrait. Square type portrait po, ganito po yung itsura, or parang type po. Yung square type, bali po, nasa loob po ng square, pero may excess area pa for anything else. Ganito po. Parang lalagay ka ng square or ng any shape dyan, tapos dyan mo i-drawing sa loob yung portrait mo. That is really a good style po, kasi kahit ako po, addict po ako dyan sa style na yan. So yeah, ruler po. Hindi naman necessary na yung mga mamahaling ruler, kahit yung mga pikitsugin lang. Like, I use them, kahit yung mga cheap lang po na ruler, yun po kasi yung ginagamit ko. At sa case ko po, marami po akong ruler na ginagamit. Same type lang po sila, same brand, same look po, pero may different label. Like, I have different labels for ruler na ginagamit ko for grid, ruler na ginagamit ko for anything else. Kasi po, ayoko pong parang same ruler lang yung gagamitin ko. Pero hindi naman importante yun. You can just use it and then clean it afterwards. Kasi hindi naman talaga lahat tayo parehas ng trip sa buhay. So, yun po. Naman po is watercolor or acrylic paint set. That is for if you want to learn painting po at the same time learning drawing. Kasi, one thing po kasi na amazing sa mga artists is we always have a room for improvement, and if we are motivated enough or we are inspired enough, we can learn other styles of using another medium, which is really a good practice po. And yes, sa akin po, I've been using acrylic paints for years. However, I just started using watercolor for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, I think. Yes, I think for 2 weeks na po ako nag-aaral ng watercolor. And I can say na maganda siya, especially if you want to practice balance and you want to practice how to control your colors and how to control your pencil techniques. If gusto mong i-apply yung technique ng pagiging calm and solemn sa watercolor sa paggawa ng portrait. The list is paint brushes, but however, if you want to learn more about drawing, then I don't recommend that you go to paint brushes agad. I recommend that you buy makeup brushes. Makeup brushes po looks like this. Ganito po. Makeup brushes po yan. Basically po, yung makeup brushes po, gagamitin nyo po sila para mag-spread nung what do you call that? Ng graphite or ng charcoal na gagamitin mo sa canvas or sa paper na gagamitin mo din. So, basically, parang a way of smoothening the areas po and to blend the areas to make it look even more better. Kahit na beginner ka pa lang, it's important that you practice techniques of realism, kasi the earlier you start, the better you get. Kasi if like for example, yung pa-practicein mo lang ngayon is doodling, and then magpo-focus ka lang dyan, hindi mo mai-improve slowly yung other skills mo. And the tendency is baka sa susunod, so behind ka na and hindi mo na alam kung paano ka mag-start mag-learn nung type na yun. So it's better po if you're going to start practicing the portrait doing by now. Kahit na yung gumawa ka ng portrait, for example, dinrawing mo si Liza Soberano tapos hindi mo talaga nagaya yung mukha niya, at least man lang nagtry ka. At least man lang may ginawa ka to improve your skills on doing portrait. So, it's really a good way to have a it's really a good thing to have a mentality na you will use your failed portraits or your failed artworks to improve and to become better. Kasi mas makaka-gain ka ng enough na confidence for you to keep on going. Does that make any sense? Baka naging bawal, lumabas na ako dito. Naman is watercolor, paper pad, or canvas pad. Syempre po, if you're going to have watercolor painting set, then you need to have watercolor paper po, kasi apparently po, hindi po pwedeng gamitin yung watercolor set na materials to normal papers lang, like bond paper or vellum board. Hindi po kasi sila compatible, or parang iba po yung result pag actual na watercolor paper. So, however po, flexible naman yung watercolor paper, kasi sometimes po, dun po ako gumagawa ng portrait, kasi bisayang dako. Trip ko po kasi yung yung texture ng watercolor paper sa paggawa ng ng portrait, kasi minsan po may mga customers na gusto nila talagang parang may buhay, or parang ayaw nila yung dull lang. Ayaw lang nilang parang, okay, plain lang, ayoko niyan. Gusto nila yung parang nakakita sila ng texture, nakakita sila ng talagang overflowing creativity, kumbaga. So, yun, ginagamit ko din yung watercolor na paper. So, hindi lang sila pwede for watercolor painting materials, but also, this is also good for doing portraits. So, this is one of the most important thing that you need to have, or you need to learn if you're going to start drawing, which is shadow wheel. Shadow wheel and color wheel is different. The last item is color. The last thing that you need to have is color wheel po. Shadow wheel is it's like you can have it like a photo. May namang binibenta nun, pero pwede namang magkuha ka lang sa internet. You can use those that was posted on the internet. So basically, shadow wheel po is it is a way of learning the different shadowing types, the different shadowing techniques, and the different ways on how to apply shadow. So the most important thing po kasi pag shadowing is you need to know, or you need to learn, or you need to acquire the skill of being able to determine, or kailangan matuto ka paano tingnan yung drawing, at kailangan matuto ka kung saan dapat ilalagay yung shadow, at the same time saan ilalagay yung highlight. Kasi po, hindi po pwede na, for example, ito, nangyari ngayon. Ito yung mukha ko. Tapos yung lighting ko nasa harapan ko. But what if po, yung lighting ko nandito sa gilid? So, hindi naman pwede na dito yung lighter part, tapos dito yung darker part. Pag yung lighting ko nandito sa likod. So, pag nandito naman siya sa harap ko, yung darker part is yung areas na hindi masyadong nakakover ng light. Tapos, ito naman yung highlighted area. So, yun po mga basic na mga kailangan po ninyong matutunan sa shadowing. The next item po, and the last item, is a color wheel. A color wheel is basically a knowledge that you need to have in order for you to be able to know the different shadowing techniques using colors, or the different mixing of colors, secondary, primary, tertiary, and so on. Kasi what if yung resources lang na meron ka is may 3 kulay ka lang, or yung primary colors lang? You need to know kung ano yung pwede mong gawin para kapag-produce ka ng ibang other colors. So, ganun po yung color wheel is really important po, especially po if gusto mo ring matuto kung paano gumawa ng portrait, or paano gumawa ng isang drawing na may kulay, na nagme-make sense yung kulay, hindi yung basta-bastang nilagay mo na lang dyan. Kasi kahit po Crayola lang po yung gagamitin yung color, as long as you have enough knowledge of the color wheel, or the whole coloring process, then you are already what do you call that, skilled enough to produce a really good drawing, or a really good portrait, or a really good artwork. And that is basically what you need to have para naman matuto ka talaga. Like, ito talaga yung kailangan mo para mag-improve ka. Next, and the last thing that I want to talk about in this video is, may nagtanong po kasi sa akin, how to improve your art ng ganun kabilis. Well, ang answer ko po dun is, hindi naman kasi talaga madaling improve yung art mo, but I have 3 things that you need to keep in mind if you really want to improve your art. First is ask people. For example, gumawa ka ng drawing ngayon, tapos feeling mo hindi ka talaga satisfied, post it on that community, ask for critics. And for example, may nagsabing ang pangit naman niya, don't take it seriously, wag mong patulan yung mga comments na ganun. They don't make sense. Yung mga dapat pakinggan mo, that's the second thing is listen. So, if for example, nagtanong ka, then may mga nag-respond. Look at the response and don't look at the response na walang sense. Like, for example, pinagtripan lang nila yung tao na dinrawing mo or yung character na dinrawing mo. Keep in mind that you are asking criticisms for your drawing, not for the person that you draw, or not the character that you drew, or parang, kasi, ganun kasi yung case na pag nagtatanong ka, naiimbierna ka, nabubisit ka sa mga response, kasi yung iba, about lang dun sa dinrawing mo. So, kailangan mo talagang, i-remind sa kanila na yung hinihingan mo ng, critics is yung drawing mismo, hindi yung dinrawing mo. So, kailangan mo talaga. Next is listen. Kailangan basahin mo talaga yung mga response nila, yung comments, and then, tingnan mo dun kung ano yung mga comments na talagang nagme-make sense. Like, for example, yung mga pinupuna yung mali mo dun sa drawing. Yun, yung mga pinupuna yung mga mali mo sa drawing, yun, isa yun. Kasi, importante kasi na malaman mo or aware ka kung ano yung mga mali mo sa drawing. Second naman is, yung mga comments about telling you what materials you need to use or how you're going to use it properly. Yun, kailangan nyo rin yun. Kasi, kung hindi ka makikinig, nagtanong ka tapos hindi ka makikinig, what's the use? Anong silbi? Nagtanong ka pa, diba? And lastly po, the third is apply. So, if nagtanong ka na, alam mo na yung mali mo, nakinig ka na, next is, apply it. Tapos, pag nag-apply ka, repeat the same process until nag-improve ka na, until makikita na yung improvement mo. Kasi, tapos, ganito kasi yan, malalaman mo, nag-improve ka by repeating the same process. Kasi, the next time around, na nag-post ka, hindi na lang puro criticisms yung ibibigay sa'yo. Bibigyan ka na rin ng compliments. Yung iba niyan, mag-a-ask na sa'yo kung ano yung mga pwede din nilang gawin para mag-improve sila. See? It's just repeating the same process but gaining something from it at the end. Nagkaroon ka na ng learning, nag-improve ka na. The last thing is, sumikat ka pa. But that's not really the point. The point is improving. And that is easy once you are really open onto accepting criticisms from others. At the same time, you are also open onto learning from others. Kahit na yung nagturo sa'yo, mas magaling ka pa, as long as yung ituturo nila sa'yo, nagme-make sense naman, o yung pinupuna nila, nagme-make sense naman, go for it. Kasi, we will always have a space for us to learn. Like, there's always a space for us artists na, kumbaga, nakalaan para sa improvement. Kasi, sa pag-drawing po, hindi ibig sabihin na, okay, ganito na ako kagaling. Wala ka ng room para mas gumaling. Kasi there is always a room for you to grow. Char. So, that's it po for today's video. I hope na may natutunan kayo. And for those na hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell para naman mas maging updated kayo for my next videos na yung iba is ganito. At the same time, I will also be uploading contents. And for the next video po, I will be transforming me into my OC. OC po is own character, own creation character. So, gagawa ako ng OC. Gagawa ko ng OC on cam. At the same time po, yung gagawin kong OC, gagawin ko rin po sa sarili ko. So, stay tuned!